love, and welcome to Day Ray with me, your girl Ray Ray, and this messy yet still not organized cake corner. So if you guys are new, welcome. Hey, how y'all doing? I am in the process of reorganizing my cake corner. I've been documenting it and putting together the furniture, like this wardrobe next to me and the kitchen cart that you guys are sitting on. But I'm still waiting for my furniture from IKEA, which will be here August 13th. Fingers crossed, hoping and praying. I did try to call to see if I can bump it up, but you can't talk to anybody. So, story of my life. So I am making a birthday cake for a dear friend of mine. Her 50th birthday was this past week, and with everything going on, I just didn't get a chance to do it. So I told her, I said, I got something for you, but yeah. So anyway, I've already baked the cake. I've already frosted it. It's in the freezer. So because you guys know how to bake a cake, how to level a cake, how to frost the cake. So you guys don't really need to see all that. If you like to see all that, then just let me know and I'll record it. But other than that, I probably won't do that. I'm just gonna go get right into the decorating part. And I am not gonna lie, this is going to be very trying for me because it is already 2:35. I started, well, last night I baked the cake, but I actually started like around 1 o'clock, and then I lost my stencil that I bought specifically for this cake. And I'm like, what the heck? So I lost my stencil. I did find it, but I had lost it. And yeah, so let's see what else this day has to bring. I also have to admit that working in a very messy area is not good for me because I've already been bumfugled, okay? But I'm just gonna show you real quick what I'm working with. So I have these rhinestones. I got these on clearance at Michael's, and although these are not edible, I am going to run this along the cake somewhere. And these, if you guys remember, my girlfriend got me these for my birthday, and I am gonna put these on the cake as well. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. I bought a box of this, and I'm gonna be using this light pink color, and I'm also gonna be using this black fondant. Oof, I almost dropped the box. And I'm gonna be using red fondant for roses. So I'm gonna try my best to keep it minimal. Of course, we all know Ray Ray is extra, but I kind of have a small idea what I wanna do, and we'll see if I can accomplish this. We're gonna say. Oh yeah, let me show you the stencil. Okay, so here's the stencil. I ordered this from they're on Amazon and eBay. I actually ordered this one from eBay. So this is Fun with Stencils. This is the business card or the little thank you card that they put in there. It's Fun with Stencils on Amazon and eBay, and it's also limited designs on Etsy. So you can get them on Etsy, eBay, and Amazon. And this, it came really nicely packaged. It was like folded up really nice. And here is the stencil that I purchased. So I'm going to be using this on the top of the cake. I thought it was really, really nice. And it's really good quality, really nice. Material's nice and thick, and it's heavy. So that's what we're going to be using for this Marylin Monroe cake. Okay, so I'm starting with the pink fondant. Now these pouches really did not have that much fondant in it, and I was a little bummed because I had to roll the fondant out thinner than what I wanted. But what I'm doing is I'm using this little embossing tool to make a quilted pattern. I kind of wanted a billowing look, but I didn't feel like doing the billowing technique because I would have been there forever. But yeah, so I'm just doing a quilting technique, and I'm using my roller because I needed a 2-inch 2-inch wide at least to cover the side of the cake, and then I trimmed, of course, all the excess off. And now I'm taking my little tool, and in the cross sections I am making a space. It's gonna leave a little pattern to make it look like the sugar pearls are like sewn in, kind of like a pillow effect. And I'm putting black sugar pearls inside the cross sections. Now I did mess up on the outside, but I will fix that. I know that the outer side isn't the best because it, like I said, the fondant was very thin and there wasn't that much, so I was kind of bummed about that. Also, what you guys didn't see is I took piping gel and I put that around the base of the cake, and now I'm wrapping the rhinestone string around the bottom of the cake for a border. Now this is okay, so I'm taking black fondant and you're probably thinking, oh, this is just gonna be, you know, the outside, the background. Well, this is where I spent most of my day. I wanted to do a reverse silhouette because most silhouettes, like you see on the cake, is a white background with a black silhouette, hence silhouette, duh. But I wanted to do a reverse. I wanted to do a black background with a white silhouette. So that's what I was doing here. And so I took white food coloring with plenty of vodka so it would dry nicely. And I started with my little sponge, and as you see, the little sponge on the stick, but it did not work that well. So I went back to my little triangular sponge, and I need to buy more of these because these are the best when working with food coloring and stencils. So with this, what I had to do was I did like 4 or 5 coats of this because, one, of course, you're doing a light color on top of a dark color, but also fondant bleeds. So the white was actually soaking up colors from the black fondant, and it was looking more purplish than it was actually white. Like when it dried, it was like that. If you guys remember when I did the patriotic Mickey Mouse cupcake toppers, I did the dark blue and then I did the white. I stenciled the white stars, and then when it dried it looked like light blue stars because it sucks up from the fondant. And then, so now this is, I think, 3 coats or something, and then I wanted red lips. I wanted Marylin Monroe's red lips. So I figured after it dried white, I would do the red on top of the white, hence it would stand out. Well, it was not working. It kept going pink and changing colors. And then, like I said, this is like the 4th or 5th coat that I did with this. And it kind of bled a little bit too bad because I think I was just pressing on it too much, and I think I was just getting it a little bit too wet and I wasn't realizing it. And so now I'm taking off the stencil, and there it is. Oh, and this is so basically, long story short, I decided not to even use that, and I just left it in the video because it was a part of it. So now I'm using that Satin Ice, the new Satin Ice like pearl fondant. It's actually very, very pretty, but it's a very subtle pearl color. So now I'm basically starting over from scratch. So I am going to, I cut out my circle, I'm taping down my stencil, but now that it's white, I'm going ahead with a metallic red, and I'm going to do her lips first, and I wanted to make sure they were done because of course I'm going in black, and in a case if I got any of the red where the black is gonna go, the black will cover the red up without a problem. And that's basically what I'm doing. I feel like it works so much better. I actually used an airbrush black with extra vodka in it, and it dried really, really quickly. I did not have that much I don't know what you would call it when it gets under the stencil, but I didn't have much of that at all. And as you see, even though it is sped up, it is like really coming together, and it looks so much better than the white on the black version. And I was really, really, really pleased with this. Again, with stenciling with fondant is you cannot have it soaking wet. You just have to keep wringing it out. And I realized that I need to start wearing gloves when I'm stenciling because my fingers are still black from doing this. But I feel like it came out really, 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 really well. All right, so now I'm taking off the stencil, and voila, there wasn't that much bleeding, and I love it so much. So now I'm taking my 6-inch cake pan, because I don't have a cookie cutter this big, and I'm cutting it out. And then, oh yeah, there's the black silhouette. Guess what? We're gonna cover that up. Bam. See you later. Don't even know. Not even gonna waste fondant. So now I'm taking some piping gel, and I'm going around the outer edge of Marylin, and I'm going to add another string of the rhinestones. I just feel like, oh, it's just so pretty. So now I just put that on the top of the cake, and I am using my mold, and I am making pearls to just kind of hide the seams, and just going around the top edge of the cake using, this is a Wilton mold, and I am using piping gel to attach them, just to give it a nice cleaner look. I'm using the Wilton mold, and it has like a little pearl mold on the bottom, and I'm taking the back of my paintbrush, and I'm just like making impressions to like more, I guess, give more detail to the pearls, just to kind of clean them up a little bit. So now everybody and their mama wants to be calling me. So I didn't record making the 2 roses that I put on the cake. And I did have a little boo-boo right there, and I covered that up with a green leaf. I'm just using a pastel green because I didn't want like a harsh green color on the cake. So I just used the pastel. I'm using my leaf plungers like I always do. I need to get some more because the one is broken. But yeah, I'm just rolling out and using my plungers for the leaves to have a little bit of detail on them, and using some piping gel to go ahead and stick them onto the cake. Okay, moving on to these new Wilton edible crystals, these little candy crystals or little candy diamonds. I thought these would make it so cute because diamonds are supposed to be a girl's best friend. So here I'm hand making a rose, and I don't think I've ever shown anybody how I make my roses. So I figured that's what I would do here. I started off with a small piece and rolled it up, and then I just take a little piece of red fondant, roll it into a ball like I'm doing here, and then I like flatten the edges out really thin by hand, and then I just keep wrapping it around. Again, roll it into a ball, flatten it out, pinch the sides. If you need to re-roll it, that's fine. And sometimes I make them a little longer, a little bigger, and then I just keep wrapping them around because, I mean, no roses are actually perfect anyway. And then look, that's a big piece, so I'm just going and just repeating the process. This is how I've always made my roses, and this is how I've learned. I've tried other ways and molds, but this way works too, and I still think that they're really pretty. So now I'm putting my rose on, and sometimes when you put your roses on, they can tend to get a little squishy and get stuck together. So I'm taking this little silicone tool that I have, and I'm separating the petals and just opening them up and giving them a little bit more definition. Now I'm adding some more of those Wilton candy diamonds, which is really pretty. And down at the bottom, I'm just gonna make a plaque. I'm gonna put the number 50 and add another rose to it, and that's all. I told you I was keeping it simple. Alright guys, so that is gonna wrap this video up with our Marylin Monroe cake. I think it came out really good, even though there are a little couple boo-boos and some flaws on it. But for the most part, I think it came out really good. And even though I made a few mistakes and a few boo-boos, you just carry on and you try to make good by them, and you just carry on and keep on keeping on. So that's what I did. Took a little longer than expected, but I think the end result is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the colors. My one rose got a little squished here, but that's okay. This rose is my favorite and these two are my favorites. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And this is actually the first time, before I end it, that I actually put non-edible items on my cake, because I always try to make everything 100% edible as much as possible. So, but I do like these rhinestones, and I think they're really pretty, and they're super easy to take off. And these, of course, are the edible gemstones from Wilton. They do come in clear, but I didn't have them, but I think the pink worked well together. So all right guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and remember to always be kind, because you don't know what kind of battle someone's going through, so don't be a dick, please. All right guys, have a great one, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.